Syria's prisons under Bashar al-Assad's regime were infamous for their brutality, secrecy, and use of tools of repression. During a sweeping offensive, opposition fighters freed thousands of detainees from these detention centers. They opened prison gates in cities like Aleppo, Hama, and Damascus, offering hope to those who stumbled out, frail and confused after years of torment. These discoveries have revealed the terrifying reality of a prison system that has devastated countless families and silenced dissent for decades. So how many prisons were part of this system? Reports indicate there were more than 100 detention facilities along with countless secret locations whose existence is still being uncovered. Among the most infamous were Tadmor prison in Palmyra and Sidnaya prison near Damascus. These facilities symbolize the regime's cruelty and inhumanity. What were the conditions like inside? They were appalling. In 2014, a defector known as Caesar leaked thousands of images showing the mutilated bodies of detainees who had been tortured and killed. Human Rights Watch estimated that these photos documented at least 6,786 deaths in custody. Amnesty International referred to Sidnaya as a slaughterhouse after uncovering evidence of mass executions where prisoners were hanged or tortured to death, often through starvation and deprivation of medical care. The victims' bodies were dumped in mass graves. These acts have been described as crimes against humanity. The scale of this suffering is staggering. Between 2011 and 2024, over 157,000 people were arrested, including more than 5,000 children and 10,000 women. This was not new to Assad's rule. His father, Hafiz al-Assad, had also relied on mass arrests and detentions to maintain control. Today, many detainees remain unaccounted for, trapped in hidden facilities that relief workers are desperately trying to uncover. Some rescued prisoners included elderly detainees and children who spend their entire lives in captivity. How were people treated in these prisons? Torture was routine and unimaginably cruel. Prisoners were whipped, electrocuted, deprived of sleep, and subjected to sexual violence. Specific methods like the German chair and flying carpet became infamous for causing extreme pain and lasting injury. In the German chair, victims were bent backward until their spines broke. In the flying carpet, detainees were tied to a wooden board that folded, forcing their knees and chest together in agonizing positions. Guards showed no hesitation in using these brutal techniques to break the spirits of anyone who opposed the regime. Why did the regime carry out such extreme measures? Fear and control were central to its strategy. The Assad regime wanted to terrorize people into submission. Before the uprising in 2011, Syrians often whispered, "The walls have ears," referring to the Mukhabarat, Assad's sprawling intelligence network. Even casual criticism of the government could lead to someone disappearing into one of these dungeons, never to be seen again.